Over the years I've shown you a lot of larger power stations, but lately I've been finding interest in the smaller ones. They're more affordable and they're more portable, and for somebody who maybe doesn't need 3,000 or 2,000 watts of backup power, something like this just makes sense. Today we're taking a look at emergency power in a compact size. This is the Volcan E300. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. So the first thing I want to let you guys know is this is rather unique power station because the smaller ones tend to not use as higher quality batteries. This one has LiFePO4 batteries, okay? So you will get a bunch of charges out of this. They're usually good for anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 charges from zero. So that's definitely a plus on it right away. I'm going to give you a look around the thing. I have it on a little turntable here so you can see you do get one plug in back. That's your one AC outlet plug. That is a 300 watt pure sine wave inverter off of this. It will peak out at 600. So if you get devices that have a jolt when you turn them on at 500 watts and settle down to like 250, no worries with this unit at all. Now, this is a Kickstarter, and it's already been fully funded, so you don't have to worry about pledging money and losing it or not getting your product. I believe they say if it's fully funded and reaches its goal by Sunday, July 9th at 8:01 a.m., it will go forward. So basically, it's already reached its goal. So if you pledge money to it and you decide you want one, by July 9th, you'll be getting it shipped out. Now, this is 35% smaller than other products with the same capacity in the industry, and I remember that too. One of the first power stations I ever reviewed years ago was the little Rock Pals. It was a 300 watt unit or a 400 watt unit, and it was like 3 times the size of this. I mean, this thing is tiny. It's only 7.4 pounds. It is dense. I will tell you that. When you pick it up, you feel the weight on it, but not big at all. I mean, if we would compare this to something, let's say I have a cell phone here ready to charge up, but you can see, that's about the size of it. So it's not a huge unit. It does have a 20 millisecond automatic power supply switch. So when the power goes out, if you want to use this as an uninterruptible power supply or UPS, it will power your stuff and back it up. 20 milliseconds, more than fast enough to do that. You can power up to 7 devices simultaneously. It will easily keep your phone, your consoles, tablets, laptops, anything charged on the go. So you no longer need to carry multiple charging cords and cables and all that stuff, all those little power banks, little 25,000 milliamp hour battery banks and stuff. You don't need to carry that stuff anymore. Just one unit like this. It is slim and compact, so it could fit in a vehicle and always be ready to have backup power. You can charge it via solar. You have a plug down there for that. I'm going to go over the plugs in a minute and what the buttons do and everything. But I really want to just kind of give you a little more information on this now. Like we said, it does come with one outlet on the back. You got a 300 watt pure sine wave inverter back there. And we did test it out. I will show you that it's definitely a pure sine wave inverter. One of its biggest selling points is its portability. Like I said, this is really slim and trim, kind of futuristic design to it. I love the display. There's no LCD here. This is the same plastic all the way around. It's not like a little display screen. It doesn't look like one. So it just lights up. When I turn this off, it just disappears. It's kind of neat. And it will just go away. So it doesn't even look like it has a display until you actually turn it on. And it does take quite a bit to hold it and turn it on, but that's normal. That's legit. Now, I have charged this via its charger. It does come with a power car cigarette lighter plug. It does come with a AC charger, if I can discombobulate it from everything else. There you go. Okay, so you will get that with it. It does have a standard power plug. We are going to use my Elecanta power, my solar panel, the 100 watt. This can take up to 120 watts of solar. So if you are thinking about charging it via solar, you can do that. Has a very decent manual with it too. Actually very informational, and gives a ton of information out on the unit itself. So really quickly, go over the buttons here. We have power and a power save feature. If you want to turn on the power save, that means it won't continuously run forever. You can do that simply by sliding this over, and you'll see a little green light come on there. And that means when you're running this, if the drain is no longer on it, it will shut itself off, or it will shut itself off after 10 hours. I prefer to keep it running all the time, just me. There's your power button here. We showed you we turn that on and off. It does have actually decent light on the side. This is your LED light. High, low, and flashing. There you go, and you got a strobe on it. You have two USB-C plugs down here. There's an 18 watt and a 60 watt one. Two DC output plugs here, and two USB outlet plugs here. One's an 18 watt and one's a 16. Hold on a second. Yeah, they're both 18 watt. I'm like, 18 and 16, that doesn't make sense. They're both 18 watt units, plugs. On the back, of course, like we've shown you, you got your DC out. We are going to test this, so let me get my power meter over here and make sure and show you that this is a pure sine wave inverter. All right, so I got the meter in there, and as you can see, that has a really nice, smooth, pure sine wave, much better for your sensitive electronics. If this were not, you would see more of a up, down, flat, you know. That's just a smooth wave like that. Looks really, really good on the meter, so we definitely know it does its job. All right, so let's continue on. What we're going to do here is I'm going to plug some stuff in here and show you how exactly this works. We're going to try the AC plug on the back first, and I have a vacuum here that I use in my studio to clean up in the corner here. So we're going to plug that in and see if it'll power it. All right, so I got it plugged in, and I do have the AC on. I'm going to make sure that light was on. We're just going to spin it around here so you can actually see the front. This is the vacuum. It's just one of those little Bissell handheld deals. So apologies for the noise. We're going to turn it on and show you what it draws. So we're going up to 193, 205, 210. So you see it has no problem, you know, within its range at all. It can do really, really well there. No problem whatsoever. So I know I can run this little guy off it, no problem at all. Let's try some other stuff. I want to try the USB plugs in the front and see how efficient that works. So here's a scenario I could see happening. Maybe I'm handing out all these little radios to my neighborhood, and I know I haven't charged these in a while. These are just little FRS rigs from TID Radio. Very simple to use. You're just going to toss them in here, pop them in, and you can plug that in the back, and I'm getting about 11 watts total. I do have my cell phone plugged in here, and you can tell by that little red light it is charging. There we go. So I have my other cell phone in here charging up, and you can tell right away when you plug stuff in here. I'm going to turn the lights brighter. It automatically turns on the USB light. The AC light will come on when you plug it in the back. USB light comes on whenever you plug something into the USB or the 12 volt outlets. So what we're going to try next is I have this at 98%. We're just going to try and take it to 100. I'm going to put a solar panel outside. It's my Elecanta solar panel, and we will see how efficiently the charge controller in it works. And you remember, when you're using these, you don't need a charge controller. You literally can take this and a solar panel, and you're good to go. You don't need to wire anything up or have anything hanging off the side of it. It's just ready to go. A lot of times with portable power stations that people build for themselves in the smaller range, you need that. With this, you don't. You're all set. So let me get it outside, get the solar panel set up, and we're going to try it out and charge it up. So just a quick look at the setup out here. I have that 100-watt solar panel out there, and I've already lined it up decently with the sun. And the little power station down here. And I've got the correct adapter on it, so we're going to plug that in and try and see if it works. It should. And then we're just going to sit here and let it charge up. So I'll bring you right back once we get some power coming in. All right, let me just bring you in there, show you what it's getting in. I'm showing 80, 86, 88, 89 watts, 90 watts. That's just going right up there, 93. So the panel is very efficient. I am holding it at an angle, you'll notice, because my cord, the adapter on that Elecanta power solar panel, is loose. So I'm going to have to get a new one from them. But when I hold it sideways, it seems to be just fine. It pushes right in there, works perfectly. Kind of odd, but at least we know the power station is charging up and supplying more than enough power. I'm actually going to run inside, see if I can find a different adapter. I think I have one inside, but that's not the fault of the power station at all. So it's definitely charging up. All right, so I found an adapter, and there we go. We're at 95 watts being charged here, doing really, really well. So we're just going to let this run for a bit and see how long it takes to get up to 100. I'm very pleased with the display that it just switched right over to how many watts we're getting in, and you'll have to apologize to the pressure washer over there. Seems every morning I make my videos, the guy wants to pressure wash his ATV. It's okay. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a minute. So in very quick order, I would say under 10 minutes, we are completely full. No problem at all with that. That seemed to work very well. As you can see, there's zero power coming in because it's at 100%. So very pleased with that, and did find the correct adapter, so it wasn't the power station's fault. We're all set. All right, let's bring it inside. I'm going to give you the information on if you want to pick one of these up, being that they're fully funded now, and give you some more information from there on where to go. Odd little picture here, but I noticed something when I brought it in. There are little markers along here. When you put them out in the sun, they glow. That's kind of cool. I didn't even notice it till I brought it in. All right, let's get the lights back on. I'm going to finish up the video. All right, so we got the lights back on. I just thought that was kind of neat to show you. I was like, wow, it glows. Anyway, like I showed you the accessories, your wall charger, car charger. Make sure when you're doing that, the car's running. And your instruction manual does come with a warranty certificate as well, just in case you have any issues, but I don't think you will because this seems to be working pretty well for me. I've been doing a little testing since I've got it, which is about a week now, and I've been really, really impressed with it. So, the levels. All right, like I told you, the Kickstarter and Discord links will be down below in the description. People always ask me, where's the link to the product? It's down below in the description, always. If you pledge $179 for the super early bird, you're going to get one. If you pledge $199, that's the early bird. I believe that's the last few days before it goes live, and you will get one unit with the early bird. But that's what I'm telling people now. Get in now on the super early bird. You can get one for $179. That's a really good price. But even if you get it for $199, that's still amazing. These used to be $1 a watt, so still doing well. If you need it quicker, okay, you can get the 209 pledge, and you will get it with fast delivery. If you need a bundle of these, okay, you can pledge $969 and you will get the bundle. And if you need the bulk, which is like 20 units or something, it's a lot of units, you can pledge $3,890. Now, that sounds crazy for just you and I, right? But for, a company that wants to maybe keep these at people's desks, not a bad idea. Anyway, really nice aesthetic to it. Really nice little power station. Definitely did the job. Took the charge quick. I gotta say, for a 100-watt panel, that topped off that little last 2% in under 10 minutes. And I'm actually pretty impressed with it. I like the styling of it. I think I'm gonna actually replace the one that runs my lights over on this side. It's a little bit of it's a unit similar to this, but it's a wider unit and taller. Some of you guys might remember it's the Bullbat. It's a 700-watt unit, but I think I'm going to replace it with this because it's just so much smaller. So that is the Volcan E300, a 300-watt LiFePO4 battery power station. Really nice and compact, nice small size, 7.9 pounds. Definitely easier to carry around than a whole bunch of little charging banks. Links will be down below for it. Like I said, the Kickstarter and the Discord link if you want to learn more about it. I do have my Amazon link down there as well if you're interested in shopping on Amazon, checking out some of the deals we have there. A lot of it's just the stuff I use in the channel. But if you feel like you want to look for other stuff too, you can just click that link and shop as you normally would. We appreciate when you do that. Our freeze-dried wholesalers link, folks. Food is getting to be a sketchy issue. With the video I brought you yesterday where people are being warned about getting food in stock, and now we're starting to see, at least I'm starting to see in my local stores, holes here and there, things that are faced all the way to the front with nothing behind them. It's definitely time to start stocking up on food. And freeze-dried wholesalers will save you 15% if you use my link. You just click that link, you shop as you normally would, you come to the checkout, and you'll see my 15% discount. Works out to be quite a bit of money if you're buying in bulk. And he has everything there from freeze-dried filet mignon to freeze-dried cheesecake. So definitely check him out. Our My Patriot Supply link, we got $200 off that 3-month kit this month, and we have a 2-week and a 4-week kit as well on there, so definitely check that out. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store, lots of good, healthy, nutritious, individual components to make meals with Thrive Life food. Very good stuff. Anyway, folks, so thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.